Hit the button. Hit the button. I don't know why I start with this all the time. We have intro music. Last week I made a mistake and I didn't. I had the intro music in and I had the outro music in, which is the same track. And I muted the track. I exported it, put it up, and I go, "Fuck." So I had to let you know ahead of time. I caught one of my fuck ups. So I apologize for that.
I forgive you.
Thank you. Another NFL week. I feel like oddly I've had good numbers on my picks without the spreads.
Mm-hmm.
My straight up picks, I've been pretty good the first few weeks, and I'm kind of surprised with myself because it seems like such a weird season so far.
Yeah, I think if you understand the kind of the sport, have a feel for the league, your pick'ems will be pretty good. Maybe not week. If you're doing a pick'em, what do they call them? When you have to do one a week, that can be tricky because you never know what could happen week to week.
Right.
But you can generally get like the ups or downs, especially with some of those games that are huge spreads.
Right.
But yeah, if you want to get real wild, that's when the spreads come in. But yeah, pretty good. I'm always nervous of actually writing my picks down because I feel like I don't know anything. I don't want to get it terribly wrong, but I think it worked out pretty well this last week.
So we oddly both went 10-5, not including the Monday night game as we're watching a clip of the Washington game. I don't want to we'll get into that. We both went 10-5. I think the games we split on were the Lions and Packers because I picked the Packers, you picked the Lions, and I think I picked Minnesota.
Yeah.
We'll get into it.
Yep.
I really was like, I made that mistake. But I think that's where we split. We had two games that were different. Actually, no, we had three. So maybe it was the Cincy game? I think we had three that we split on, so maybe it was that. But yeah, I'm 10-5 going into tonight's game.
I can tell you all my picks. I wrote them down, so we'll get to them.
All right. Yeah. Well, anyway, week four. Yep. Starting off the Thursday night game, Lions at Green Bay. I think Lions are the real deal. I just figured Green Bay at home, division game, they'd have a shot.
Yeah,
their
no offensive line was terrible. The Lions were constantly getting pressure with no blitz whatsoever. They were rushing 4 or 5 guys, and they were just trashing them. The entire game. Jordan Love didn't have much time at all. They kind of made it a game in the second half. There was a little bit of a controversy at the end of the third quarter. The clock ran zeros, and they didn't blow it dead, and he got like a deep pass.
Yep,
which is kind of shenanigans, but. Other than that, it was pretty good. The Lions, I think, are the real deal.
I think so too. I mean, and it's odd because when they got Goff in that trade for Stafford, it's like people weren't souped about it, but it's like at least they got something. Like they got an established quarterback. Yes, like why not just try it out? And it seems like it's panning out with Motor City Dan Campbell.
Yeah, right. He's still pretty young, and those guys play for him. They definitely play for him. I think the O-line thing too. I think it's a wider league issue. I don't know your thoughts on it because you talked about it last week how it's a Redskins issue. It's the Patriots. Yeah. It's a Patriots issue. Every team we talk about has O-line issues.
They do have O-line issues.
So I think it's a wider league problem. I think it's a combination of a couple things. I think it's the college game is different, so there's a lot of spread offenses. And then training camp is not what it once was, so there's not as much hitting.
True.
Padded practices and stuff. So I feel like, and I think you've seen a dip in quality within the league in general. I don't think it really matters because the NFL is king, but there's definitely been a dip in quality. Sometimes when you watch Red Zone, you really see it. So sometimes Red Zone makes me dizzy.
Well, we talked about that last week, too.
Yeah, there's so much going on, but then sometimes you watch Red Zone and nothing happens for like an hour. Like, these teams are so bad, especially week 1, which is an extension of the preseason. So I think, we're definitely seeing it throughout the league where it's been pretty rough. And one question I have for you is that came out of this game was, I think in the last few years, too, with O-line play depleting, the edge rushers has seen an increase in, like, a need. Do you feel like an edge rusher is a need to really succeed?
Yeah, I think so. You could see it, especially in that Philly game with Washington yesterday. A lot of the edge was a problem for the offense. So definitely more of a need there for sure.
Mm-hmm. My favorite part about the game was Laporta, that rookie tight end, because I played him over Goddard in fantasy.
I had Goddard too.
He outscored him. He should have had a touchdown at the end, but Goff didn't see him. He was wide open. But he's an Iowa tight end, and if you see an Iowa tight end, they're the real deal.
Scoop him.
Yep, him, Kittle, Scott Chandler. If you remember him, he was like 6'7", Bills. He played with the Patriots 1 year or 2. Dallas Clark, old school Colts. Well, old school now.
Yeah.
Early 2000s. Noah Fant and Hawkinson. So A lot of Iowa. They just like build them.
That's a good hot
they
take.
Like build them in the lab over there. It's wild.
Yeah, I like that. Actually, I was surprised Washington didn't get a tight end in the draft, just because. I mean, they have 3.
Yeah,
but Logan Thomas is always hurt. He's great. He has great hands and everything, but he's always hurt. So I'm like,
reminds me of your other tight end a couple of years ago.
Jordan Reed.
Yeah,
he was another one.
Yeah, what
could have been. But yeah, the Packers odd, like they're 2-2. I guess you can't be too mad about it. But I feel like they could have been worse because they squeaked out. Was it Atlanta? They squeaked out that win. It was a win that they squeaked out.
The Saints, because
they squeaked out the Saints.
Derek Carr got hurt and they came back 18-0 down.
Right,
and the Saints missed a 46-yard field goal to win it.
Right, so they could be in a worse spot.
Yeah, 2-2 is not the worst. Yeah. I mean, it's not great, but it's weird because they got back. Aaron Jones got back in that game, and so did Christian Watson. And he got like a touchdown. He had like 3 catches.
Yep.
But they didn't really show much. But I think he just, like I said, he was just getting chased the entire game, and there was no blitzing. I think they even showed the stat up that they did not blitz them at all. It was just constant pressure.
That's always the problem when you're watching a team and you're like they're rushing 4 and they're getting to the fucking quarterback.
Yeah.
Like. Yeah. I could see if you're putting pressure, you're going 5, maybe 6 on a blitz. You're rushing 4 the whole time and getting there. It's like,
yep,
it's tough. It's not going to open up much of the passing game if you're rushing 4. But so that was that game. Then we had the London game. I thought about it after. And
this is on ESPN Plus. So you could watch this one, right?
The London game,
it was ESPN Plus exclusive. Excuse me.
Ooh, oh, that's right. It was. Yes. It was. Yeah, because it was at 9:30 and it was only on ESPN Plus. Yeah. So the rare times that it benefits me was the London game with the Jaguars. We made our picks, and I don't know if we said it on that episode. And I was like, oh shit, they're in London. That's usually like would favor Jacksonville. Yeah. I still went with Atlanta.
That's the one we split on because I said Jacksonville because the play calling was going to be the other guy.
Okay.
That one tweet that I saw.
Okay, so then that makes sense. I thought about. I was like, maybe should have went with Jacksonville on that. Hindsight, anyway.
I did watch this game because it was the only thing on 9:30 in the morning. Did you watch the Toy Story thing they had?
I did not.
I watched I tried to show it to my son. Not interested.
Was that like the plan was to try to like make
how
it fun?
You know how Nickelodeon does their thing?
Yeah,
it's like that, trying to get kids into it. I'm pretty sure like Nickelodeon does the Slime Bowl and the MVP, the Nickelodeon V, because kids.
Which I do get, but I would also argue that like when Braden is like 5, 6, 7, he's gonna probably get into it anyway.
Yeah,
if he's into sports, he's gonna probably just get into it anyway.
My cousin said his 2 sons loved the Nickelodeon thing, and they're like probably 10. I don't think they're too big into it, but they did enjoy it.
Yeah.
But yeah, I don't think Braden will be a problem. He went to training camp. He loved it. He loves watching the Patriots. He just is like Mac Jones. It's training camp. He likes it when it's on TV. But he also likes the Celtics.
Hey, give him that.
Yeah, and anytime he sees green or Shamrock. But yeah, I tried to get him into that. But the technology was really cool, but I don't think it's quite there yet. It's a little bit. It was wild that they were legit just 1-for-1 try to replay the plays. It was a little weird, but I was like, I'm gonna try it out, and then I watched like 30 seconds of it and turned it off.
I'm gonna be honest. I don't know what. I know they were doing something. I don't know what they did though.
It was
like, is it worth me even looking?
Probably not.
No.
Yeah. I don't think you'd care for it, honestly. I mean, the technology, like I said, is cool, and you're into, but it's not like camera work or anything like that. It's just like some sort of not even motion capture. I don't know. I honestly don't know. I don't know what they did. There was some behind the scenes with Booger McFarlane and how they were doing it, but I didn't wind up watching it, but maybe I'll check it out. It was a nice little neat thing, I guess. The game itself wasn't too great. The London games, I think, typically are not the best.
No.
Ritter was pretty bad. His teammates were getting heated with on the sideline. Pitts was non-existent again. Again, he's supposed to be like a transcendent tight end, but I've never seen it. Never seen it.
Is this year 2 or 3 for Pitts? 2?
I want to say 3 because I think last year they drafted Ritter. Am I saying that right?
Ritter. Desmond Ritter.
Yeah, and then the year
they drafted him in the first round.
I don't think so. I don't think any quarterbacks went.
But Pitts went in the first round.
Yeah, he was like top 10.
So maybe it was last year. I don't
maybe
know.
top 5.
It was 2 years ago. Yeah, you might be right. No. I thought last year was his rookie season. I thought Pitts got drafted last year.
Let me see what we got here. No, this is third year.
Okay.
21, 22, 23. Yep.
Damn. Time just flies, I guess.
It really does. Woof. And he was drafted in
first round, right?
Yeah, I'm trying to see. Where the heck was it? Oh my gosh, I'm so sorry. I'm losing
It's all good.
Trying to look it up real quick. Pick number 4, top 5.
4, Jesus.
I would never, ever, in a million years, take a tight end that high. Ever. Unless you tell me they're literally Gronkowski. Like, I know it ahead of time.
Yeah.
But you can never know it. And he looks like a wide receiver.
I think that's where they were kind of banking on, like him being like, one of those hybrid, like a Hernandez type.
It's just so weird because, they drafted Ritter the year after. I feel like they needed, or I guess they were still going out with, they were still trotting out Matt Ryan. Yeah, so maybe they thought they still had a chance. But I was thinking
that first year,
maybe you should take the quarterback first. But I guess I kind of get it.
Yeah. But then last year they got they signed Mariota, and then they also drafted Ritter. And I always forget Mariota is actually a backup for the Eagles now.
Is he really? Wow.
Yeah. That was again. I don't love the London games, and I would think, and I'm not sure, but like the people, if you're a season ticket holder of the Jaguars, you
lose the game.
You gotta be a little. I mean, I'm sure they get a discount because they're not getting all those games, or unless they include tickets to London, but then you got to buy your flight. I don't know. I would just think that if I was a season ticket holder for Jacksonville, I'd be kind of pissed that I'm losing a game every year to London.
I agree. I mean, I'm mad the Patriots are losing a game to Germany this year.
Yeah.
And I don't even go.
That's a home game for them?
Yeah.
Yeah. See, it's like
it's like a section of Germany that I don't even know which province. I don't even know. It's like the Patriots are the sole team over there. I don't know. It's weird. Not a fan. And they do it every single year, and I guess it was kind of smart from Khan, the owner, because you kind of become like the London team, sort of. But the thing I don't like is Goodell's talked about it a little bit about maybe getting a division out in Europe. That's just stupid to me. That's not going to happen.
I just think logistically
it's going to sign out there.
No, logistically that is a nightmare.
How are you going to go from there to the West Coast? It's just silly.
Silly. And then I don't know if they still do it. I remember a couple of years back, New England they went to Denver, and then they played the Mexico City game. Yeah. I don't know if they're still doing Mexico City games.
They did last year, I thought.
They did one. That's tough. I mean, maybe I was like, that's kind of dick because but then again, it's like maybe the adjustment to the altitude.
The elevation's worse there than
way worse
than Denver, right?
It's worse than Denver. Yeah. So it's like did you kind of do them like, to me? I was like, they kind of did them a disservice, but maybe it's like they get acclimated to Denver and then go to Mexico City.
They have done that, yeah.
Maybe that's why. But I'm not a big fan of the London games.
Yeah, I get they want to do the one was one the year, kind of cool, I guess. But now there's so many international games. It's wild.
All right.
But try to expand the game, I guess. Like, they don't have enough money already.
Well, bring NFL Europe back.
There's a European football league, like a legit, not NFL Europe, but like I think one of the coaches out there is Jim Tomsula.
Really?
Yeah.
No kidding.
I was looking into it because I'm a big fan of those spring leagues.
Sure.
Which also just big news. the USFL and the XFL just merged.
No way.
Yeah.
See, I will say that as much as I don't watch a lot of those games, I like that there's options for guys that are like, on the cusp of making it.
Yeah.
You got to have an option because football is just so tough.
The Cowboys kicker, he never played college. He was an MLS goalie, and then he's just like, I'm just going to be a place kicker. And I guess, if you're going to do anything in those leagues, place kicker's probably the way to go because it's not that much different. So he kicked for the USFL, and now he's so far I think he's been one of the best kickers. But yeah, there's a European League of Football.
Huh.
I've done a deep dive into the other football leagues out there. I'll tell you that. I'm pretty sure the second biggest league outside of the NFL is in Japan. It's
really?
Yeah, it's like the J League or something like that. And I looked into it a little bit. Yeah, J1 League. It's like the highest level of. Oh no, I'm sorry. That's actual soccer. Yeah, it's wild because sometimes I'm just like bored. The X League, just X League, X-League. Huh. When COVID happened and like sports got shut down and there was nothing to watch,
right.
ESPN was showing random stuff and they would show like Korean baseball.
Yeah.
And I started getting into a lot of that stuff because there was nothing else to watch. But yeah, the X League in Japan is like I think it's considered the second best, like after the CFL, excuse me, so probably like third. Like professional league. So yeah, pretty wild.
At least they have options again. Like like basketball, there's a ton of options. Baseball's got a lot of options. But football's
it's the one thing. Yeah, it's and I get it's an American truly American sport. That's
Sure.
But it's cool that it's expanding. You know, you like to see stuff get worldwide. And
Yeah, why not?
Yeah. Whenever there's other places for dudes to go out and get paid, it's a good thing.
Yeah, especially in sport. Your career's so short.
Yeah.
It's good to have options.
Yep.
We both had Buffalo. I don't think we really hesitated much about it, as good as the Dolphins were
I'm
playing.
actually pretty impressed by that. I got to say that we just both just like, we're just like Buffalo. Yeah, because I think a lot of people were sniffing. You know, we said Dolphins. Just the Dolphins were smelling themselves, and
they totally are.
I think a lot of people were smelling them too, and they did not look good.
No. Again, I think their defense is maybe suspect, but it's also like Buffalo at home. Buffalo's way more seasoned, and if it was at Miami, I think it may have been like a little bit closer. I still may have picked Buffalo, but yeah, I don't think we really hesitated much, and it showed 48-20.
I hate that Miami Stadium because you see it, the sun, the way they have it.
Yeah.
It's like, oh God, I hate it's the most BS thing. just bake in the sun and they get all the shade. Oh man, I hate it. It drives me insane every time I see it.
I mean, Josh Allen went off. I had Diggs in one of my leagues, 6 catches, 120, 3 touchdowns. So he put up a lot of points for me. Josh Allen had 320, 4 touchdowns. Easy pick, I think.
Yeah,
close as it was.
And it was a perfect wall for Miami to run into. Like they're feeling good. They go opponent on the road or division opponent and they get smashed. That's like the perfect kind of game for it. I don't know if especially after a 70-point game, it's like the perfect come down.
Yeah.
Because there's nowhere else to go but down.
Right. Yeah.
I just wonder if Buffalo showed anything on like how teams to defend them, because you see teams adjust all throughout the year. So I'd be curious to see what they look like the next week.
But how did Tyreek do? I mean, I watched that game.
I'm not sure. I tried to watch. I watched the first half, and then I had to step out for a bit, so I did not watch.
Tyreek had 3 catches, 58 yards.
Wow.
He had 1 rush for 14 yards. So, I mean, they shut him down.
Yeah.
He was their leading receiver at that. Waddle had 4 for 46.
I know Hamlin played in that game. Hamlin.
Lamar Hamlin, first game back.
I think White got hurt. Tre'Davious White got injured in that game. So that's tough for them.
Yeah, maybe there's... All right, so do we get clarification? Because last week's hot take was the Dolphins would implode. And my description off of what I thought was missed the play. Under 500 missed the playoffs.
I think it was like a missed the playoffs type situation. I don't know if the under 500 is included, but it was more of just like they're going to look good against bad teams and they're going to look terrible against good teams. So they're probably going to wind up missing the playoffs.
Is that the first good team that they've played?
Well, the Patriots certainly aren't good.
No.
The Chargers, you could say, are good, but they're also...
Could you? I think they should
be good.
They should be good, but I don't know how good
Brandon
they are.
Staley tried to lose the game again. And who was the other team they beat?
I think
Denver.
Denver.
Yeah.
So I would say that argument is legit, that the first good team that they've played, they got fucking smashed.
Yep.
So Buffalo's actually going to be feeling themselves now because they killed Washington last week, and then they put up 48 against the Dolphins, who put up 70 the week before.
Yeah.
So I'm sure that they're kind of feeling themselves a little bit.
Yep.
All right, moving on to the Toilet Bowl, which actually ended up not being the Toilet Bowl. And I will say that we both had Denver in this game. It was at Chicago. I saw the score early, and I think by late third quarter, they had just made it 28-7. Chicago made it 28-7, and I was like, I fell for the trap. Like, Denver just got they just got rolled on by like 50 points, and I went with Denver. And then I think it was like they scored with 4 minutes left, so it got down to like maybe up until like a minute or so left of the third quarter. It was 28-7.
Mm-hmm.
They come back and win 31-28.
Yeah.
That was it showed it kind of in essence like it was the Toilet Bowl, because you had a team that went up 28-7, and then you had a team that was up that lost.
No,
so
right.
It's like it really kind of was like you both are pretty bad.
Yeah, they're both bad. I was hoping the hot take would come true this week. It was close. I could feel it. I could smell it. But if they go down that big against good on them and coming back. But whoa. They're in trouble. Now Judy's out for a few weeks. He got hurt. I've never been a big fan of Judy. Some Patriots fans were hoping the Patriots would trade for him because he was Mac Jones's teammate.
He was
roommate.
He was
in
like
college.
highly like
top
touted coming
50.
out.
He was a 15th pick, 15th overall. but I've never seen him do anything. He had like one game of 3 touchdowns.
No,
and,
I almost think Sutton was putting up bigger numbers.
Yeah, and I kept him 1 year in fantasy, and he got injured immediately. It was the worst keeper I ever had in my freaking life. He just gets hurt all the time, and he never really produces. So I don't know why everyone loves him so much. He has a skill set, I guess, but I just don't see it. And sometimes I hear people talk about these players, and kind of like you say with the eye test, I just don't see it. And he's also not putting up stats, so he's not my guy. I don't know if you see it,
right.
But I'm just not seeing it.
No, that makes sense. And what was I going to say? Fields did okay, but I also, again, I guess the point I was just trying to make was Denver's defense is really fucking bad.
Yeah.
They got to be really fucking bad. They just got, regardless they won, they gave up 28 points to Chicago, who has done nothing.
Yep.
They gave up 70 the week before. The week before that, they blew a 21-3 lead. Washington put up over 30 on them. So, like, I think this is highlighting, too, like, how bad Denver's defense is.
Yeah. The thing that's driving me crazy, though, as a Patriots fan, is even, like, these toilet bowl games, these teams, even though they're losing, are still putting up 28, 30 points. The Patriots haven't put up 30 points with Mac Jones as a starter since week 17 of 2021. And that's when they scored 50 against the Jaguars.
Yeah.
It's getting tough. We'll get to it.
Yeah.
But it's getting tough. It's getting real tough.
I get you. Next game. Next game was Baltimore at Cleveland. I think we both had Baltimore.
Yeah, especially with Deshaun out. I don't even know who the backup. Excuse me. I don't even know who the backup was for the Browns, but easy pick.
That's a good question, actually.
Not much.
I don't think there's much to say on this one. Dorian Thompson-Robinson went 19 of 36, 3 picks, 121 yards. So that says everything. That was a quick one. We both picked Baltimore with Deshaun out. I don't think it was a question. So I think I went with Cincinnati because I just don't believe in Tennessee. But I also thought that Cincinnati would come back. So Cincinnati loses 27-3.
Not just we, but I think everyone just keeps waiting for Cincinnati
to do what they did last year.
And everyone's out. Here they come. It's, nope, it's not happening. I don't know if it's a Burrow injury. You can only blame it for so long. Now Higgins is hurt.
How bad was that?
I think it was pretty bad. I think he's out for a few weeks. Rib injury. But I mean, maybe could be back soon. I'm sure they tape that stuff up. I have Chase in fantasy, and now he's spouting off after the game, saying he's always open. You know how wide receivers are. But it's not happening. The Titans, it's like if Derrick Henry has a bad game like the week before, they lose. If he has a good game, they're probably going to win. He had a great game. He had a great stat line in this game. But it's just tough because I don't know the last team that won a Super Bowl or even made it to the Super Bowl on the backs of their running game. Maybe the 49ers, but they did it more on their defense. But I don't know.
Yes. I see what you're saying, especially because Henry could get hurt at any point, and that kind of fucked. But that could be also Cincinnati is playing that bad, but I do think it's maybe the Burrow injury potentially. He's not 100%, but like as of right now, he took that money and fucking they're 1-3, and they just got fucking blown out by Cincinnati. Okay, so this
Toy
is
thing is showing on that screen.
Wow,
that it's.
But
weird.
See, here's the thing. Like,
look it up.
That is. I don't.
It's like not quite there.
I don't see.
Sorry,
but I don't see what this really does for. Because even like this would be interesting maybe for a little kid, but they're not gonna know. Like, it's not good enough to go out of your way to put these resources into doing something like this because they're only gonna care for like a second. So to redo this play.
Yeah, like they didn't even show a fumble because the technology is just not there. And like I respect the game. I get what they're trying to do.
But it's just kind of a useless thing to do.
Yeah.
I'm not seeing it. But again, ESPN, Disney, I don't fucking get it though. To me that is just a waste of resources.
Trying to reach them kids.
I get it, but like, look at when we started getting into sports. Yeah. We didn't have shit like that. Yeah. We just got into sports.
Yeah, Tecmo Bowl.
Fucking Tecmo Bowl, Madden 90, like whatever. Here's a game I really didn't see much on, other than they came back, was the Rams at Indianapolis. I believe I picked the Colts.
I
was almost proven
the Colts, yeah,
right, because they came back. They were down big. They came back, and then they lost it at the end.
In overtime, yeah. That Puka Nakua guy, man, he is legit. The wide receiver, Puka.
Yeah,
I wish it's still the my money league in fantasy. It's a very good league. It's one of those ones where it's like everyone. I always say my money league. It's like $50 buy-in. It's been like almost 10 years now.
Right.
We've talked about increasing it, but it's nice. It keeps it low. But there's this stake there, and everyone's in it. It's a 12-team league. Everyone's in. There's no one person who like never sets their lineup or this. Everyone's always into it. And every freaking time that there's a player out there like Puka Nakua, I'm like, this is the only league where someone effing has Puka Nakua on their roster.
That's true.
Because someone knew to have him. And it's like, you read the articles like, oh, waiver wire pickup of the week. And someone inevitably has him because someone listened to a fantasy football podcast or something.
Yeah.
But that dude is, he's on fire. I'm curious to see if he'll keep it up when Cup comes back, but good for him.
9 for 163 and a touchdown.
Yeah.
He had a great fucking game. But they were up. What were they up by? They were up by 20 to nothing at one point.
I think so, yeah.
20-0, 23-0, and then the Colts came back. Whatever, they failed me. But it would have been nice to see the Rams get beat off of that, being up 20-0 and lose to the Colts. But it is what it is. All right, moving on. I just don't get it. The Bucks were my Joker pick last week, and they did lose. But then they come back, and again, maybe I'd have no faith in the Saints. Carr did play; he was potentially week to week.
Yeah, I'm surprised by that.
The AC joint.
That. Yep.
But
that's hurt. That's painful, from what I understand. AC joint.
So maybe he was. I mean, I'm assuming he probably wasn't 100% going to that game. But Baker, 246, 3 touchdowns, 1 pick. Did you have the Bucks? I don't even know if I had the Bucks.
I took the Bucks. Yeah.
I gotta really pay attention. I did write it down, and now I'm like looking at it and forgetting who I actually had. So I did have the Bucks. Yes.
Yep. I just thought they'd bounce back from the game. I mean, the Eagles are a tough opponent, from last week. So, and also I think when we made these picks, the assumption was that Derek Carr would not be playing.
Right.
So that helped bolster that pick. But then hey, they wound up winning anyway. So Mike Evans again, resurgent.
I think it could be. I think Evans is reviving Baker's career.
Yeah, it definitely helps. It's speaking from someone who knows. It's nice to have a number one wide receiver.
That is true. But again, you know what? I shit on Baker just because I wouldn't take Baker, but he does have the weapons in Tampa to be successful. And maybe that's probably what he needs.
Yeah, you just got to corral him a little bit. The gunslinger mentality. Don't let him play through injury like he did for the Browns, because that really hurt him literally and figuratively. And then they shipped him out of town. So, yeah.
Maybe Baker found his home in Tampa, picking up where Brady left off.
Yep. And to add on to that number one overall pick little thing from a few weeks ago, if Tom Brady actually does become the Fox broadcast person, he's going to have replaced Troy Aikman, another former number one overall pick.
Is Aikman not doing it anymore?
Well, they went to Monday Night Football, so like Aikman, technically, he'll be replacing Greg Olsen, who replaced Aikman.
Okay,
but they signed Brady. I think, yeah. So
is Brady's next year?
Yeah, and I don't think they've said if it's going to be in game or in the studio. I'm not sure, but it was a lot of money.
I'm sure.
Yeah.
I mean, I like the fact that they have ex-players do it because it translates well.
I just think there needed to be a refresh, and it started with Romo, who isn't as good as he was his first year. I think he's become like watered down.
Yeah.
But like you had dudes like Phil Simms. You haven't played quarterback since the early '90s, or Dan Fouts. You guys, the game it's way. You guys are good players in your time, but you don't really know the modern game.
Right.
So, and it's funny because I think Jay Cutler was supposed to do it too, but then he went back. I don't think he ever went back into the studio. And then Greg Olson's good. The guy who used to play, what was his name? He used to play for the Rams, the quarterback, and the Chiefs. Not Kurt Warner, obviously not Kurt Warner.
Trent Green?
Yeah, Trent Green. Yeah, he's pretty good too. So, yeah, they needed a bit of a refresh, which has been nice to see. Oh, now Matt Ryan's doing it, but I haven't heard him yet.
I haven't heard him yet either. Now I just forgot his name. Fullback for the Cowboys. He hasn't aged.
Darryl Johnson.
He's great.
Yeah.
He hasn't aged a fucking day.
He called a game on Monday.
Him and Jimmy Johnson haven't fucking aged at all. Excuse me. Wow, that sounded terrible. All right, I went with Minnesota, everybody knows how I feel about Minnesota and Captain Kirk. And they were getting beat. And then they came back. They pulled it out for me.
Yeah, I picked them too.
Luckily.
I actually started 6-0 in my picks.
Really?
Yeah. Lions, Jags, Broncos, Ravens, Bills, Vikings, 6-0. And then the rest of the way I went 4-4.
Were you shitting your pants a little bit seeing the score of the Carolina game?
I played Thielen in fantasy, and it actually worked out pretty well because I think I benched the Buccaneers running back for him. But then my running back for the Broncos got hurt, Williams, so that wasn't great. But, yeah, Panthers are fighting. They're fighting.
They're trying. I mean, I think the expectations are low. I mean, they are 0-4, but they are fighting. That pick 6 that Kirk threw in the red zone was fucking hilarious because at the end, he just got fucking bullied.
Oh, man.
But you're playing an 0-3 team. Granted, they're trying, but you're playing an 0-3 team. You go down 13-0, and they barely squeak out a fucking win. Minnesota is
they're done. You're done.
They're trash.
Yeah.
And moving on, my Joker pick of the week was Pittsburgh going to Houston.
I know what I don't know what I was thinking picking them to win when you pick them as your Joker. That was not smart of me. Yeah, man. Good job.
I think because the week before they looked maybe good against a shit team, and but also, I mean, with Stroud, I don't know. Like the Texans might be on. I mean, 2-2 in the first 4. Like I think they were kind of on the up and up, and I just don't.
Good on DeMarco Ryan. He's got them playing well.
I like that move.
Yeah,
I like getting him back as the coach. I think that's a good move.
It's interesting because you don't see a lot of I mean, you see some like Saleh, but not too many defensive coaches.
Yeah.
But like the Bears got LaFleur. How do you say his name?
Yeah.
And he's a defensive coordinator. That team did not need a defensive coach. They needed an offensive coach for their young quarterback.
Yeah.
And I don't know who the offensive coordinator is for the Texans, but yeah, he's doing a great job. And good call by you. You really you saw that one coming.
Yeah, I just don't have faith in Pittsburgh, and maybe it was a little bit of a optimistic pick because the Texans have such a low expectation. But it panned out.
The tides are shifting with the Steelers and the Patriots both at 1-3.
Yeah, that was the last time. Well, actually, no. Pittsburgh is 2-2.
Oh, they are? Oh, I'm sick.
But still,
but not looking good.
They're not looking good. We'll see like how they pan out this year, and then what they potentially do with Kenny Pickett.
And the other thing is Pickett is, or Small Hands McGee, as I like to call him. A buddy of mine is he has a lovely wife, and she's small. You can fit her in your pocket. And he goes, I just want to let you know that Pickett's hands are smaller than my wife's. There's a reason he wears 2 gloves.
Oh my God, he's got to thicken them up.
Yeah,
you take my little hand.
Tiny hand McGee.
But that was like
that was a knock on him.
That was a knock on him coming out. I don't know. We'll see. Like after this year, we'll see. But again, going to give the Texans some credit too. I guess the Pittsburgh was the Joker pick, but the Texans are on the up and up.
Yep.
And now here's your money pick.
Yeah, not happy about this one. I gotta say. So I should have known better. I should have known that Jimmy G had the concussion, was probably not going to play. Probably why the spread was so big. But the Raiders quarterback, the one that was a rookie, he had a really good preseason. Whose name currently escapes me. He was
O'Connell.
Yeah. He played. He was a Purdue quarterback. He had played like 6 years there. I think he had a little extra because of COVID. He beat out Brian Hoyer for the backup job, which isn't the hardest thing in the world, but he did it. Had a really good preseason, and I was like, you know what? This is the kind of game that the Chargers mess up. So I was still pretty confident going in.
Sure. The spread on this was what?
5.5.
Okay. And you were taking your money pick was on the spread.
Yeah, the Raiders covering, and they're down 7, and the Chargers at the ball. They just had to punt it. It was like 4th and whatever from their own 20 or something, or maybe not the one, but and Staley, just like he did against the Vikings, went for it. Even though on like opening Monday night he punted from his own 40. I don't know, man. I don't know what he's doing. He's like he goes for it. He loves going for it.
Yeah.
And they didn't get it. It was a really stupid decision. And the Raiders got it all the way to like the 3-yard line. And if they just scored a touchdown, I was almost guaranteed, unless it was a touchdown in overtime, because I figured they'd go for 2.
Yeah.
I was like, oh my God, I'm actually going to cover. I can't believe it. And they did not get it. I was so mad. So I apologize if anyone bet the house on that most money pick of the week.
Not a bad pick, but again, that pick was made prior to knowing Jimmy wasn't playing.
Yeah, but I still feel, if Jimmy was playing, my guess is the spread would have been smaller and definitely had a better chance. But
I like the risk in that one though, because I would have assumed that the Chargers would win, and a 5.5 point spread is a little risky, but
take the odds.
It almost paid off.
And the other thing too is that's the second time the Chargers bailed out Staley's going for it, because they did it against the Vikings too, and they got the interception in the end zone to win. So that dude's playing with fire.
You got to rely on your defense, but like you also can't put him in a bad spot.
Yeah, and then Herbert did break a finger on his non-throwing hand, so you got to keep an eye on that. But I think they have a bye next week, so he should be back. Fine.
Interesting.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't have much on this next one either, but the 49ers kind of kirked all over the Cardinals.
The Cardinals, they somewhere close to like the halftime, they got it within a touchdown, and people are like, oh, look at this, look at the Cardinals. They're still fighting. Again, good for them.
I'll give them credit.
They're showing some fight, but the 49ers are just too much talent. Too much.
And Washington's going to play the 49ers on New Year's Eve. Yeah, I just didn't really expect anything else. But yeah, good on them. They are trying, and I think that they're in a shit spot. New coach, Kyler, that drama.
I think they're just gonna replace him. I don't think it's worth it.
I mean, they said he's still like weeks from being potentially active.
He could have come up off the PUP list, but they did not do that. So there's still a few weeks to go.
You think he plays this year?
No, I don't. My guess is no, because then I think there's like some sort of insurance policy they might be able to call out, and
I mean, if you're in week 4, and
especially if they're out of the playoffs, are they really going to throw them out there?
I think you're a couple losses away from fucking being completely out of it. A pleasant surprise, which I was really fucking hoping, especially for Jesus' sake, that the Jets pull it off against the Chiefs.
They were so close.
They were so close, and I guess the Taylor Swift effect was in full force. They said there was 27 million viewers of that game.
Yeah. Do we have Swift? Was there any Swift watch? I watched a little bit. I watched a little bit. Did not see her, so I will say NBC did not show her as much as CBS did.
Oh, that's good.
But Jessica assured me she was there.
She was there, yes.
I think her hot take of the week is Taylor Swift related. So let me just show you real quick. She said Taylor Swift will break NFL viewership records, which she already has. She will change the face of football.
Okay, all right, Jessica.
Until they break up.
Until they break up. Is that the caveat? Until they break up. I mean, again, I don't know if I listened to this on McAfee's show too, and it's like I don't want to be the hater. I guess
you change your tune, is what you're saying.
I guess it's cool to some extent, but I never like where it maybe like the CBS thing. Like when you're watching the UFC, in between fights, they'll show former fighters or a celebrity, and it's just a second. Like if you see Jeremy Piven sitting there watching a fight, you ain't gonna see him more than once unless he just happens to be in the camera view. But they're not gonna keep putting it on him. That's the shit I don't like. Okay, show her
over the thing. It takes over the whole.
All right. Show her she's there. It's part of the somewhat other story. She's dating one of the players, but it's like, do we really need to fucking keep doing this?
No, I'm with you. I don't like when it like takes over the whole fact. It's like just show her and move it on. They're trying to bring in new. It's like all about growing the game. I mean, it's like free advertising essentially.
It is.
It's wild. It's wild. I mean, I don't know how many new fans. If they do break up, are they going to stick around? Probably not, but they're going to buy a lot of jerseys in the meantime. I don't know.
I mean, it's good for, the Chiefs and Kelsey.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't think
makes them more insufferable, honestly.
I don't think anybody else is really benefiting other than the Chiefs and Kelsey.
Yeah.
And maybe, I don't know, like, I have a hard time believing that if you're watching this game, and not just because it's the Jets, I mean, in general, but, like, I have a hard time believing, like, you're going to watch it because Taylor Swift's there, because it's Kelsey, Kelsey's there and playing. That you would all of a sudden be like, oh, wow, I really like this team with the green. I don't think the Jets or plug in any team are going to benefit from Taylor Swift.
Maybe they like Zach Wilson's headband. I will give him credit. He played a pretty decent game. He trusted his arm a little bit there. So, I like it's tough. Like, what are rivalries anymore? You know, unless Rex Ryan's your coach, I don't really. But at this point, I don't really care anymore.
Sure.
It's like I root for his success. I have a good friend who's a big Jets fan. Obviously, Cheese is a big Jets fan. So like I want them to enjoy what the product that's on the field. I don't want them to be, hating every second of it. My before the game started, my friend in fantasy, he sent a gif of there's a girl like dancing, crying. He's like, "Let's go Jets."
I feel for them because they are they've actually somebody was saying that, and I don't know if it was you. Somebody recently said that about the Jets and like feeling bad, and I was like, the Jets have had more success than Washington in the last 30 fucking years. So I as bad as I feel, you went to 2 championship games. I can't even say we haven't even been past the fucking divisional round.
They did make those conference championships. That's right.
Right, but I mean they're almost like a mirror of Washington. But
I think right now they currently have the record for the most. They haven't been to the playoffs. So I think it's the longest drought in the NFL. Is them?
Is it?
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah,
because I think once the Browns went, I think the Jets took over the mantle. Because I think even like the Lions have gone. They went with Stafford at some point. The Jets have not. I don't think. I think Mark Sanchez was the last. It was the last quarterback that took them to the playoffs.
Butt fumble and all.
Yeah,
yeah. I do feel for them. But again, those championship games, they've accomplished more than Washington has.
The one thing I know, this goes back to the refereeing thing. Now I know the Patriots, and I talked about last week. Usually these calls will come around. You win some, you lose some.
Yeah.
The Chiefs, it's annoying. It's annoying. I hesitate to say like, oh, they're rigging it, because then why am I even watching? That holding on Sauce at the end of the game was pretty brutal. It reminded me of the NBA where the ref waits to see if the basket goes in before they call a foul. It wasn't until it was picked off that he threw the flag. It was very borderline.
Yeah.
And then you see the stuff that gets missed. It's tough. And the Patriots obviously were on the receiving end of some good calls, also some really bad calls. The thing with the Patriots is that I don't think the NFL, and I could be wrong, but I don't think they ever wanted Brady as the face of the league. They wanted Manning because they hated Belichick because he hates them. Manning, I mean, with Brady, you know the history with everything.
Yeah.
But Mahomes is like the perfect face of the league.
Oh, yeah.
They want him so bad.
Yeah.
Now freaking Swift is there. We're screwed.
Yeah,
we are screwed.
I just said that last week because I do get some of the commercials. Sometimes I get the nature thing in between. We talked about that.
Mm-hmm.
But I said to my father, I was like, no, fucking guy's got it on every fucking commercial.
Yeah.
He's on Subway, the State Farm.
They broke up with Aaron Rodgers and started dating Patrick Mahomes.
I mean, he's marketable. The
NFL is desperate. And also with the changing of the guard with Manning, Brady.
It makes sense.
Brady, Roethlisberger, all those guys going away. Like, they're desperate for that new face. And unfortunately, fortunate for Kansas City fans.
Yeah.
That's it.
I just don't think that there would be anybody else. He is kind of like 2-time.
Yeah, Herbert started doing some commercials with them. He did the Subway.
Yeah.
I think you're right. The new era of quarterbacks, not great. The Ritters and the Max, and I think Dak is pretty good.
I figure Jalen will start getting more.
Yeah, he does the Hulu stuff. Yeah.
He's another one that I would assume that they would push.
Yep. But I thought the Jets, I was hoping they would pull it out. Not just because at this point the Patriots have a freaking shot. So it's like, just beat the Chiefs. Have a fun win. Have fun.
It would have been fun. There was I forget what I was listening to, and there was a take. We talked about the Greeny take on Wilson last week, but then, oh man, I wish I remember what it was, but it was something else on Wilson.
He's been historically bad. But
they were talking about Zach Wilson and basically saying that he's playing. God, I wish I remember who it was. But they were saying like he's playing scared.
Yeah,
and
he trusted his arm.
And now it's like he's so fearful of making a mistake that he's playing worse, and he's not being able to be free. Yeah. And it might have been, actually, it might have been on McAfee's show, but I think it was Ian Rappaport that potentially said that. Maybe, I don't want to misquote.
Yep.
But I think that's what it was. And it was an interesting, because we're looking at it, we're talking about it, like, fucking, he's playing terrible.
Well, here's some of the stats.
Stat guy.
Yep.
Stat guy.
So in 2023, through 3 weeks, out of 34 eligible quarterbacks, he was 34th in completion percentage, 32nd in yards per attempt, 26th in touchdown percentage, 32nd in interception percentage, and 34th in passer rating. It's real bad.
Yeah, no, that's like bottom of the league.
2022, same thing. 2021, same thing. He's been like Ryan Leaf bad. But hey, maybe he found some mojo in that game because and I'm pretty sure there's a few more Jets primetime games because they're expecting Aaron Rodgers. So get used to it.
Can you imagine that? Oh, they must be so.
The Broncos this year. The Broncos, that's who it is. Because the Broncos had all those primetime games last year, and they're drizzling. You know what?
Also, when you had mentioned that we were talking about the Christmas Eve, and you said that the Patriots are in Denver.
Yep.
Yeah, they're playing Sunday night. I thought you had said 4:30, and then I looked and it said
they have to fly. Yeah, I was initially thinking the Sunday afternoon, but no, I was like, the reason the Patriots guys were complaining about it, the guy's like, it's funny. He's like, Evan Lazar. I'm a big fan of his. Follow him on. I don't follow him on the Twitter machine, but he does the X's and O's. He's big into that stuff. He does the all 22, and he was saying, he's like, I'm Jewish, and I hate it. Like these poor, and he travels with the team, so he's like, they have to fly back Sunday at midnight. They're gonna be flying with Santa.
I know, and that's the thing too. Like I wonder why on
shitty, like
on that, because of the way the calendar fell. Why not just eliminate a Sunday night game? Although I'm sure they're banking on money. They're probably going to get great viewage out of it. Yeah.
I'm going to watch it while I'm wrapping presents, honestly.
Yeah, for sure. It's just like, yeah, it is interesting. When you said 4th, I was like, and then I looked, I'm like, fuck, so that game will be over our time. Will be over around 11:30. They won't fly out till like, what?
Probably 1 a.m. is my guess.
Maybe.
God, when are they going to get home? That's awful.
2?
That sucks.
And then they got to fly from Denver, so they'll be home.
They typically fly into Providence, from my understanding. So
yeah,
or Warwick, whatever. Yeah, that sucks.
That's
really bad. Like if it was New York, it wouldn't be so bad because it's like an hour flight. But from Denver, come on.
I know that's the thing. Like when you look at the schedule, it's like if you're gonna do something like that, make it so it makes sense because of the day that it's on. But it's also what we said. Like Arizona started their season. The first 3 weeks they played.
That's
the
right.
NFC East. Like,
that's so
nobody
weird.
fucking was like, that's dumb.
It's funny because I talked about we were like. With that first show, and it's like, oh, how do they do the schedule? And then Amazon's like AWS, they have all these computing things, and they do stuff like that.
And like, nobody's like checking like, yeah, no, I don't like this one. Like, you're gonna have the Patriots fly to Denver, play a game at 8:15, our time to come back. It makes no sense.
Yep.
All right, we'll jump into one of the last 2 games from this week. Washington at Philly.
Oh man. I was rooting for them. I thought they had it.
They blew a 10-point lead, and I did text you, and I said, let me start there, because we blew. Oh, shit. Did that turn off? We're still on the audio. We're still on the audio.
Oh, okay.
So we're good.
I'm going to pause. I'm going to go.
Go ahead.
You go. I'm going to keep going? Okay.
You keep going.
All right, so the Washington Commanders were the Fox 1 o'clock game, which was pretty nice. So I was able to, excuse me, watch them all the way through, which is nice because I don't always get to see them. And they were playing the Philadelphia Eagles in a divisional game, and they almost had them. They had them on the ropes. I try not to text Joe too much during the Commanders game because I know he's locked in, and I know that he is well known in his circle as like the only Redskins fan around. So whenever something happens, he probably gets like an influx of text messages, and I don't want to be that guy who is just hammering him constantly throughout the game. The one thing I will say in that game that really impressed me was Howell on the final drive because that's something that Mac Jones has never done and probably will never do. And I was just really, I jumped up and cheered when he scored that touchdown, and I immediately yelled out, "Go for 2," which I'm sure Joe will extrapolate on a little bit when he sits back down.
So the battery had full power, so I really don't know why it died. So. And I just happened to look, and I'm like, yeah, all right, the screen's black, so we're still on the audio, so I will have to, I'll put our logo in between there. So
yeah, you'll magic it.
Yes. So I led off with the text message, and I said, let me be clear that we blew a 10-point lead.
Yeah, but these days,
why is it? It just went black again.
With the camera, I can see it.
I know, but it went black for a second.
Oh,
I'm concerned.
In this day and age, 10 points is nothing.
I know, but they did blow a lead.
Yep.
So I'll leave it at that. But because it was our fault, I always like to take ownership because again, if you're winning a game and but even they asked Rivera at the end in the press conference, and he's like, "Don't ask me anything about the refs," because they knew there was a couple calls. One was on One was on Curtis Samuel, and the other one was on Terry. And it was just the play in overtime. They called out of bounds. So granted, there has to be enough evidence to overturn it. One of those angles was very clear that he got the second foot down. Now, that would have made a first down. Would it have done anything? I don't know. Because if anything, the ownership here, the refs are the refs, but I
put it in the hands of the ref. Put it in the hands of the ref.
I gotta go. I gotta really fucking get on a high horse here. Is the whole point is to win the game. You play to win the game. Okay, with no time left, you scored the touchdown.
Had him on the ropes.
You're at the 2 right now. The whole point is to win the fucking game. Why kick the extra point? Right? This makes no sense. You're 2 yards away from either winning or losing. Right?
But I don't think if they didn't make it, I don't think people would have been mad.
No. You're 2 yards away from winning the game.
Down the field.
You kick the extra point, then you hope that then you're going to overtime because the clock ran out, right? They win the toss. Yep. So all right, best case scenario, right? You get downfield. You have to score a touchdown because this isn't just like all you needed was a 2-point conversion.
But now you have to. Yeah, you're right. Yeah.
Now it's like, all right, well, if we kick a field goal, we still have to stop them from getting a fucking touchdown or getting a field goal and playing this whole thing out. Why go through all that? Because I said it when we went to All Stars to watch it, and I said, go for two. And everybody's like,
All-Stars.
Yeah, shout out All Stars. Classic. So many memories. And then, like, other people around were like, no, you got to kick it. But why? There's no time left. And honestly,
you had him on the ropes.
You had him on the ropes because they were probably so deflated. Because after A.J. Brown scored his touchdown, I said this to my father. I was like, there's a minute and a half, and they're acting like they won the game. They're all the whole offense smiling, laughing. You had them on the ropes with no time left. You could have fucking ended the whole thing. Why give them life?
Yeah, that's the thing. I would not want to give a team like that life because you know what they can do going right back down the field. So yeah, you're right. You went from having to get 2 yards to having to drive the entire length of the field to score a touchdown.
That's the breakdown right there.
And also, I even yelled out Riverboat Ron because I'm like, I thought you were known for being, a chance taker, and you should not have even. I mean, you should have won because you're up by 10, whatever, but then you should not have even been in the position to tie it. So it's like, just go for it.
So you shouldn't have that no call. Or
it was in Philadelphia too, wasn't it?
It was in Philly.
And you're on the road.
I know. Even more so. Fucking go for it. But that's why, like, the call with Terry in the foot is like, A, they called it out of bounds, so they have to overturn it.
That's a problem is what they call it on the field, yeah.
B, we should have never went to overtime. You should have. I was completely, as a fan, I was completely okay with dying right there, living or dying on that 1-2-point conversion, because you're not going to get any fucking closer to winning the game. Yeah. The point is to win the game, and you're right there.
Yeah.
Why go to overtime for what? To try to go drive back down the field and do it again?
And the weird thing with the new overtime rule, and it's not new really anymore. It's been a couple of years, but if you get the ball and you go down and you get a field goal or whatever. The other team goes back down the field, and they essentially have 3 downs before you wind up punting it, right? But if you kick a field goal and then they get the ball, they essentially get 4 downs. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So they get a little bit of an advantage. It's a little weird. Still haven't wrapped my head around that.
Yeah, there is still an advantage that way.
Yeah. So it's just strange. But you're right. You went from, I never thought of it that way. You went from 2 yards to 70, 80, whatever it was.
Because even if Joey Sly is kicked maybe, you could probably be comfortable with him around 55.
Yeah, I don't.
But what does that do?
Yeah,
because you're at 55, you don't win the game. So
also,
like
you see it these days with especially like the Mahomes of the world. They get to the 50, they get to the 40 in like 2 plays.
Right,
it's not even a thing.
Right,
you can't even defend against it anymore.
And the risk of that game was, even though we won the toss, we had to punt. They got the ball. They kicked the field goal and won. Yeah. And you had you were right fucking there to win it.
Right.
Imagine that at the end. Like, they throw the touchdown, and honestly, like, even that, there was no time left. They throw the touchdown pass. Like, you guys are kind of pulling a horseshoe out of your ass. Why not finish it?
Right.
Like, who?
I shouldn't even be there.
I would have been completely okay. It was like when Denver did that against us with the touchdown on the Hail Mary. It's like, I would have been, as a fan, I would have been completely okay with it. I think that was the bad no call there was not the refs necessarily. It was not going for 2 there.
Yeah, I'm with you.
On on to the last.
Boy.
All right, so I picked. Oh my God, what happened here?
Oh no!
I know. I'm gonna mess with this. I have to figure out why this has continued to happen. But anyway, I picked Dallas, but I was really hoping that you guys would win.
So this is a Celtics podcast right now, or a YouTube show.
keep it going.
I wear my Celtics hat because this should now be a Celtics show because I can't even talk about the Patriots anymore. Everything that could go wrong did go wrong in this game. It was the biggest loss in Bill Belichick's head coaching career. Browns, Patriots. It's pretty awful. It was a terrible game, and I know people are hating on Mac, which is fine. I think I'm off the Mac train myself after all this shenanigans, but the whole thing was terrible. Gonzalez, our stud rookie cornerback who just won Defensive Player of the Month, got hurt. He's out indefinitely. Judon, our star edge rusher, got hurt. He's out indefinitely. I think a torn bicep. I think the top comment I saw was like, the Patriots have fallen. It's all over. It's all over for us. It's terrible. 1-3. Maybe they can rally together as a team, but I doubt it. The biggest problem from this game, and it was the biggest problem going into the season, is their offensive line is in shambles, and their number one pressing need at the end of the season was right tackle, and they did literally nothing to resolve it. They didn't sign anyone in free agency. They didn't sign anyone in the first 2 days of the draft. They didn't address their offensive line until the third day, I think, with like 3 day 2 or day 3 picks, and Mac was running for his life, but at the same time, and I sent you one of these clips, there was like 2 or 3 times he got the ball, he had a pocket, and he just ran. Like, what are you running away from? And he got lucky on one throw when he threw it across his body, which is the biggest no-no.
Right.
He doesn't have the arm strength to do it, first of all. He got lucky. He tried to do it again in the pick 6. He has no awareness. They strip sacked him. And this is exactly what the Cowboys did. It's funny because it's the exact same thing as you said about the Bills the week before with the Redskins. He didn't really, like, the Cowboys' defense was great, but they didn't really do anything. But if the Patriots just minimized their mistakes, they probably wouldn't have gotten blown out so terribly. They gave him the 14 points.
Right.
Mac had 2 or 3 interceptions, but he does not have that killer instinct. He just looks like a dweeb. You know what I'm saying?
No, I get it because he had 2 and then he had the fumble that was another touchdown.
Yeah.
But that one that you showed me that
was bad.
The pick 6 was awful because he
just ran away. He had a pocket to step up into.
He's scrambling. He goes to his right and then he ends up throwing it across to his left on the far side, and it's just a pick 6. It's like,
and it's so sad because wake me. The old joke used to be like, oh, wake me for the AFC Championship game. It's not like now it's like, wake me up for the draft. And Mac has just been, outside of that 7-game win streak that had his rookie year. It's been bad.
When did they put Zappy in that game? Because I didn't watch that one.
It was like 30. It was like third quarter or something like that. When it was 38-5 at that point. But yeah, since the 7-game winning streak in 2021, we are 8-14 in games Mac has started. 3 of those were against the Jets. Those games, some of those wins were against the Jaguars, who had just fired Urban Meyer, the Steelers, they're playing Mitch Trubisky, the Colts, who were playing a backup Earring, whatever his name is, from Texas, the Cardinals, the game that Kyler tore his ACL, and the Dolphins when they were playing Skylar Thompson.
What do you think they do with him? Do you think they trade him? Or do
Mac?
you think they just cut him? Like, do you think they try to get something for him, or do you think he's not showing? Because they said he's still going to he's going to start next week.
Yeah, they'll probably. My fear is that just because Belichick is one of the best at week to week game planning. Sometimes you throw up a turd, whatever, it happens. But it's real bad when it's the biggest loss of your career. But the game planning week to week. I mean, that team with Cam Newton went 7-9. They had no business going in 7-9. I think Cam Newton, until the last week of the season, I think Cam Newton threw 3 touchdowns the entire season, and they still won 7 games. How is that possible? So I still think they can squeak out 5 or 6 wins. The problem is that's going to get you into the 10 pick range.
It's going to be, you're not going to be top 10, and you're going to be in that awkward team. Yeah.
And Belichick is also going for the record. He's going for the career win record.
Yeah, what is he?
He's at I think he might be at 299 right now. And I think Shula has 328, so it's a chance.
I think he could do it, but
it was bad all the way around. There really isn't much, unfortunately, to say about it. And I think the Dolphins. The Cowboys are a good team. I don't think they're a great team, and I think the Patriots made them look way better than they are.
Well, it was almost similar scores for Buffalo and Washington last week. It was 37-3, and I said the same thing. It's like you get your ass kicked, but it's like I mean, you gave Dallas 14 extra points.
Yeah. And it was a 3-3 game or 10-3 game, and they go for it on 4th and 1, and Mac, they try to do like the tush push like the Eagles do, and Mac just gets it and just like falls forward. It's like, what are you doing?
Yeah.
Get that. You had a chance for it. I don't know. He just does not have the killer instinct. And I said it last week when he had 3 drives in a row to put away the game. The Jets game, couldn't do it. Eagles game, couldn't do it. He just doesn't have it. And his awareness is just very poor. And I did read an old scouting report on him, and it did say he gets like skittish when he thinks it's pressure.
Yeah.
And you definitely saw it in that game. And the fact that our defense we're supposed to hang our hat on, and then our 2 best players get hurt. And the funny thing is, after Gonzalez got hurt, they put in Miles Bryant. Miles Bryant, he's a good professional football player. He's not a quarterback one, but whenever someone gets burned, it's usually him. And I saw he was on CeeDee Lamb, and I even said out loud, I'm like, oh, there's a touchdown.
Yeah,
right to him.
Yeah.
Right to him. And I have CeeDee in fantasy, so, man, I just saw that coming from a mile away. But it's not looking good. I mean, Mac is, and last year was tough, and I say last year was tough because of the whole Matt Patricia situation, but this year is not looking any much different. And that's the other thing too, is they don't have any talent. Devontae Parker is a wide receiver 1. Miami kicked him out down the curve.
I know. Well, I think that's a lot of the problem though, is the lack of weapons in general.
They're not
like,
spending money. Oh, they let Jacoby walk.
You subbed out Jacoby for Juju.
Yeah, Jacoby was like. But the thing about Jacoby is he was a good, decent. He was a good. You brought him in. You developed him.
Yeah,
that's a good story. Why would you let him walk? He knows the system. Mac loves him. And then you bring in Juju, who does not seem like he's on the same page with Mac at all, and it's just terrible. It's bad all the way around. And we have all this money every year, so we have all this money in the cap, and they never spend any of it.
Well, they don't. If you don't spend it, then
can't take it with you.
I actually have I have bets out that going into the season that Washington would have a better record than the Patriots at the end of the season.
I could see it, but watching Howell march down the field like made me tingly. I'm like, look at that! Like this is what I want to see. Like,
but and I will say this about the Howell situation too is like. The first couple weeks, they're like, oh, I think Washington found their quarterback, blah, blah. Then he has a shit fucking game, getting sacked 9-10 times, threw 4 picks. And they're like, oh, he's not the... So
yeah,
the going back and forth with like the fucking ESPNs and all the pundits and everything, I don't fucking listen to it because actually Howell said all the right things. Like, and in the comparison to Mac, like, not saying he doesn't take his ownership, but Howell said all the right things. He goes, the opponent doesn't give a shit. Or he didn't say shit, but like, the opponent doesn't care that I'm young.
Yep.
That's the right thing. And he said, this is my fault. So he's saying, he's not like a young quarterback that he's like, well, it's the coaching or it's, he's not pointing the finger. And then he's also like, for better or worse, he makes a mistake. He's still not afraid to let it go.
Yeah.
Like, you got to be smart about it because there's the balance of being skittish, but also being smart about what you're doing.
I feel like Mac is always second guessing himself. And also back to the talent, I think the average separation is like, I think I read was 1.5 yards for the wide receivers, and I think the league average is like 2.3. So that's, and then there's a difference in like college open. You know, when he's throwing bombs to Jerry Jeudy in college, and now he's throwing them to Devontae Parker, who cannot get open to save his life. And it's just funny. It's like Devontae Parker, Gesicki, the Dolphins discarded them because they weren't good enough, but they're good enough for us. Not great. And also, the running game has not been great either. I mean, I don't want to let Stevenson off the hook. That running game was pretty atrocious, too. They didn't do much of anything.
Yeah.
So, it's bad. It's all the way around bad. It's not looking good. It's not looking good. It's
not looking good. I would have loved the support to have Dallas lose. Yeah. If Washington went 4-2 and got it, they would have, we would have all been sitting.
Much different episode today.
It would have been a different episode, but you know what? We both fucking lost. So here we are. But all right, so those were, and then the Monday night game is going on right now. I think I picked, because this will be out already.
I picked the Seahawks.
I also picked the Seahawks, yes. So,
and they are currently winning 7-0.
Shows how bad the Giants are.
Yep.
Well, because they were talking about like if Howell had a bad game, they were saying potentially, if he had a bad game yesterday, which he didn't, like when do you put Jacoby in? I'm like, if you look at the schedule, I said we were probably going to go 2-2.
Yeah.
Best case, right? The next 3 games are winnable.
Yep.
They're playing Chicago, they're playing Atlanta, and they're playing the Giants. So in a perfect world, you could still be 5-2 because you lost to Philly and the Bills.
Yep.
They're two of the top 5 teams in the league.
Yeah.
So like I expected them to be 2-2.
Now we're playing the Patriots are playing the Saints and the Raiders. Those are two, in my opinion, winnable games.
Oh yeah.
But they need, if they lose either of those, they're going to be 2-4. You're looking, it's in trouble. Well, they did start 1-3 last year, and they were a game from the playoffs last year, so it's still possible. But then after that, you got Bills Dolphins, so you better win those 2 games.
Yeah, well, that's what I said about Washington opening. You have to win the first 2 because the next 2 are going to be tough.
Yeah, so we'll see. We will see.
Okay, my beer of the week was the same as last week. I am horrible at the beer of the week. I promise that I will get ahead of this, and I'm going to get a little I'll grab some to mix it up.
Mm-hmm.
Last week I don't think I even drank, but I have like maybe one more of the Modelo Oros. What is your beer of the week? See, you actually can stay consistent and change it up.
Well, there's the liquor store near me. They have a whole craft beer section. I always try to pop in from Low and Low. I do have another Athletic for either next week. We'll say there's another one in there.
Sure.
But I got Poor Judgment IPA, an India Pale Ale brewed by Grey Sail Brewing of Rhode Island. So another Rhode Island beer.
Are you buying 6-packs of these joints?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, remember I told you I don't get the 4-packs because that noise.
Give me fucking 6. Don't be an asshole.
And it's funny because I looked. Like I was like lifting them up because I was like, there's better be 6 in here. So yeah, if they have a 4, there was one I almost got, but I didn't because it's 4. I'm just not spending that much money on it. I'm just not going to do it.
No. I agree.
So yeah, it's good. It's tasty. This is the first time I've tried it. I like it. It's good.
Any like comparison? Like does it taste like anything else that you've tried?
I couldn't say.
Or is it just so unique?
Just so unique.
You just gotta try.
I mean, it's definitely a pale ale. I don't know. I'm not smart enough for that stuff. Like, it's got the hops.
They add more hops to it, and it makes me feel young again when they card me.
Yep.
Okay, well, that's the beer of the week. Mine's still Modelo.
We already did the hot take of the week, I wrote that down.
Yes.
Now I will say, I can't let her off the hook here. She did give earlier a hot take, but she changed her mind. She thought maybe the Patriots might make a blockbuster trade. That was her first thought, but she changed it. So we'll see. I'm gonna put that on the
That would have been a really hot take because they never fucking do shit like that.
No, so I don't think unless they're training for a freaking quarterback. So we'll see. We will see.
Okay, on to some fantasy stuff.
Yeah, how do we do in Cheese's league? Shout out to Cheese.
I think I'm up. I don't know. Now it's getting close. I am on pace to beat Greg. I didn't have a great week. Honestly, I should have started Russ. He had a way better game. I had fucking Kirk but I had Higgins. Higgins got hurt.
Yep.
Diggs had a big game for me. So I mean, I'm on pace to win. But not great. I mean, looking at the scores of some of the other teams out there, and Cheese scores almost 300 fucking points, and so. But I'll take the win if I can get it. But it's getting dicey because Greg has Metcalf in, and I'm done. So we'll see.
Yeah, I was 2-1, but I got annihilated by over 100. I still have the Seahawks defense playing right now, but when your opponent's kicker, his kicker scored 66 points. You don't really, and mine scored 12. You don't really have much of a chance.
But you know what? In that defense, he had Miami's defense, but it also had McCaffrey.
Yeah,
who got 76 fucking points.
Yeah, and Mostert did not score 2 touchdowns like he did the week before, so yeah, didn't really work. I mean, my team was terrible. Even if his kicker scored 0, I still would have lost by quite a bit. But not a good week for me.
And he had AJ Brown, that was a big. I was saying it throughout the game. They had Emmanuel Forbes on him, and he's a rookie. Big size difference too, and I was like, good for him because he's gonna learn from it. It's the same thing as the Howell thing, but I'm like, maybe switch him off. He's getting fucking burnt. Like I understand like trial by fire, but to the point of just trying to win the fucking game.
Yep, that's tough. And then in my money league, I'm gonna lose. I have a 4% chance of winning. Lose. Yeah, I'm getting same there. I was 2-1. My opponent's I actually put up a pretty good total. I'm on pace to score 121. This is a pretty standard scoring league, but 0.5 point per reception. But they scored 131, so they're probably going to win. I thought, who did I have going in this game? I have the Seahawks defense, who does have, they do have 17 points. So if we have seen instances where defenses score a shoot ton, like the Cowboys.
Yeah.
So there's a chance they pull it out for me, but it's not looking good for our heroes. I have Javonte Williams, my running back. He got hurt. He only scored 2 points. He got hurt like the very beginning of that game. So that really screwed me. If he had an average game of 10 points, I'd have a much better chance of winning, but not going to happen, unfortunately. That's a tough league. Like I said, everyone pays attention. But I was 3-7 last year, and I made the playoffs. I went on a big run, so
it's possible.
It's funny because people get upset because I start slow or this person starts fast. Inevitably, everyone goes 7-6, and it's like a mad dash for the playoffs because it's so even. But yeah, that's our fantasy spotlight for the week. Shout out Cheese and his crazy league.
The crazy scoring league. I mean, again, it's because it's free and it's fun. It makes it.
It's always a good conversation starter with me and Jess on the dinner table
because it's just so ridiculous. I'm actually doing better in that league. My other league, I am about to be 1-3. But I think in the Cheese league, I have Jonathan Taylor that I'm sitting on right now.
I think he just got activated, right?
Yeah, they said after week 4, so I'm sitting on him right now. So like I was gonna trade him. I'm like, yeah, let's see, maybe we can plug him in. So anyway, that's the fantasy spotlight of the week. Yeah,
awesome.
All right. So I'm gonna whip my phone out so I can make sure I record because this actually was a huge benefit last week. Of jotting down.
Yep.
Who we're picking, and then also let us know the spreads on the game too, just in case you're gonna go with the spread.
No, I'll do the pick 'em, and then my money pick, I'll do the spread for sure. I just gotta.
Actually, that's a good. Yeah. While you're doing that, let me see who I think my Joker is gonna be.
Ooh. So am I looking at week 5?
I think I got.
Oh, are you're Thursday night this week?
So yeah, all the shit talking that I've been doing against Chicago, but it is like so last year, which I don't understand this either. Again, with the schedule thing. We played Chicago on a Thursday night last year, and the game was like 12-9. We won because it was one of the worst fucking Thursday night games that they've had. And like, so we're doing this again. I don't believe in the way that the fucking schedules are being put together. I think they're trash. But yeah. So anyway,
yep.
I'm going
Commanders on that game. I'll be watching.
Who?
Commanders.
Who?
Your boys. The Skins.
Who's
the Commies football team.
What's the is there a spread on this?
It's a 7-point spread.
For Washington?
Yeah.
It's at Washington and they've been selling out, which is weird for me.
Dude, so Jess's cousin, he's in the Virginia area, and he was one of those people we texted about a little. He was one of those people who could not stand Snyder anymore, and he just stepped away. He just stopped watching football altogether. But he said, and he always told me, well, he's like, as soon as he sells the team, I'm back in. And he was as soon as it sold, back in, 100%. Yeah, 100%. And he was at one of those events at the bar.
Oh, when Josh Harris bought everybody
he was there.
Beer.
He was one of the people at the bar, and he's like, that's all it takes.
Yeah, little things. Yep. Yeah, I'll take Washington in that one. Not a biased pick at all.
Not at all. No. That might kind of.
Oh wait, hold. You know what? Let me see if I can. Come back to this. Come back to the other game. Okay. Yeah, come back to the London game because I want to see if I can.
That's right. It's in London. Check. Oh, that's tricky. So this is Jacksonville in Bills, and it's funny because Jacksonville's technically the away team. So they just played at Wembley for their big game. And AEW just had a wrestling show there because Khan's the owner of that one too, or his son, I should say. But now they're playing at the Tottenham Hotspur Stadium in London, and the Bills are the home team. So this is interesting because the Jaguars have been staying in London for the week. So they're going to be used to the time change.
Fair.
The Bills will not be.
Fair.
And a couple of years ago, Urban Meyer's season, for some inexplicable reason, the Jaguars beat the Bills like 12-6 or something. And that was the good Bills, the really good Bills. Not that not bad, but
yeah.
I don't know how that happened. So 5.5 spread for the Bills. I'm actually waffling on this one. Yeah. That seems high.
You think so?
Yeah.
You think 5.5 seems high?
Yeah.
Really? Wow. All right.
I guess they did just blow out the Jets. I'm gonna try the Jets. Who am I thinking of? Miami. Oh, I don't know.
I'm gonna come back to that one because I got feelers that I'm putting out here, trying to get the inside scoop on the Jags. It's like a random team.
Okay.
So I'm trying to get the inside scoop. So let's Go to the next one.
Next, we got Ravens and Steelers. Ravens are the 4.5-point favorite. I'm picking the Ravens on that one.
Oh, yeah, Baltimore. I fucking... Last week's Jokers.
Yep.
I had no faith there.
The next one's an interesting one. It might be my money pick of the week. I think I'm going to put $5 on it. Texans at the Falcons. The Texans are the 1-point underdog. Falcons are the 1-point favorite. I think I want to take the Texans. I think I'm going to do it.
I mean, they're riding a fucking high
They're
right
riding
now.
a high. I'm doing it right now, $5.
That's your money pick of the week?
Money pick of the week.
We need I need a sound for the. This is, my Joker pick is gonna be that, and then no, hold on, I'm gonna find a good one. Oh, maybe that's the Joker pick of the week. No, this is the suspense.
Yeah, it's pretty good.
Let me see. No,
Any cash money like ching 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 coins. Ching,
all right, I'll upload one so we have one. All right, so that is your
I put it in.
money pick of the week.
It's in.
I'm going to go also with the Texans.
Texans are riding that wave, and also it's a 1-point spread.
You're going for the win.
Yeah, so if they lose, I'm picking them. I'll pick them straight up to win, but it's also if they lose by 1, I win. So I like that idea. I like that pick. Next we have the Saints and the Patriots. Patriots are 1.5-point under favorites. I'm only going to pick the Patriots because they're literally playing for their lives, and if they lose, the season is literally over. They're 1-4. They're not coming back from that. And the Saints did not play well this last week.
It's at New England?
Yep.
Yeah, I'm going New England.
Ooh, I like it.
I'm going New England. I did.
And also, Belichick just had his worst loss ever. It's not going to happen again. And even though they lost a lot of parts on defense, he's a good defensive coach. He'll figure something out.
Yeah, I don't think the Saints have enough firepower.
Yeah.
There. So I will go with the Patriots there.
Yep. Next, we have the Tennessee Titans traveling to the Indianapolis Colts. Colts are the 1.5-point favorite.
Wow.
Mm-hmm. I'm a little surprised by that. This one I'm having trouble with.
I know that is my heart wants to say Indianapolis.
Yeah, mine too.
But then my brain compartment says Derrick Henry could have a fucking field day in the dome. But
it is a division game. That's tough.
I'll fucking go Indy at home.
Yeah, I'm gonna go Titans just so we can split the difference here. Next, we have the Carolina Panthers traveling to the hotness Detroit Lions. That was a big spread. The Lions are 9-point favorites.
That's interesting. So I'm going to pick Detroit, but with the spread, did you feel funny with the 9 or no?
I do.
Okay.
Yeah, but straight win, I'll pick the Lions on that one.
Okay.
Next, we have the Cincinnati Bengals traveling to the Arizona Cardinals. The Bengals are 3-point favorites. I don't know. The Bengals have looked so bad, and the Cardinals have looked better than expected.
The Cardinals are a much better team than their 1-3 record shows.
And it's like you just said, it's been a weird year so far. It's been a weird year.
But this could be the game where Burrow fucking goes off.
Yeah. Yeah.
Nope. But Higgins is hurt.
Yeah, but Chase is my boy, so I'm going Bengals.
All right, I'm going.
When I was in my fantasy football world championship a couple years ago, Chase scored 50 points for me. So
I'm going Cardinals. Fuck it.
Right.
I'm going to give them some love at home.
I like that. Next, we have the Kansas City Chiefs traveling to the Minnesota Vikings. And Kansas City Chiefs are 5.5-point favorites.
It should be 15.5. Fuck the Vikings.
Yeah.
Oh, my God. All right, yeah, the Chiefs.
The power of Taylor Swift.
Power of the Chiefs.
She traveled to New York. Although, yeah, for her, she has a jet. It doesn't matter for her, but it's like us driving down the road.
That's true.
So, yeah, take them. Then we have the Jets at the New York Jets traveling to the Denver Broncos. Broncos are 2-point favorites, which is very surprising. I'm going Jets. I think they're going to
really.
I think they're going to build off of that big loss that they could have won. Yeah, I think they have some good juju going, and the Broncos I think are still giant losers.
I feel like odd that I'm gonna pick Denver again. but I'm going to pick Denver.
Oh, my goodness. Oh, my God. Oh, my God.
I'm picking Denver.
It's also fun to pick underdogs sometimes.
Yeah.
I should probably label that who's the underdogs. The next we have the Dallas Cowboys traveling to the Santa Clara 49ers. The 49ers are 3.5-point favorites, and I think the 49ers are going to make the Cowboys look silly. Because now Parsons...
My Joker pick of the week. I totally agree with what you just said.
Yeah. Yep.
I think that's the Joker pick of the week, the Cowboys.
And Parsons did get banged up on in the Patriots game, so... Yep.
I'm going to pick... I don't know if it's as much of a joker because San Francisco is so good right now, but I also think Dallas is a bit overrated. So they're my joker pick of the week.
Yep.
And I am going with the 49ers.
I like it. All right, then we have the Philadelphia Eagles traveling to the Los Angeles Rams of Anaheim, and the Eagles are 4-point favorites.
Yeah, I'm going Philly.
Yeah, Philly.
I mean, the Rams almost botched it against Indy.
Yeah, that's true.
So they blew a lead there. I don't
that's a Sunday night game. That'll be a pretty interesting game. That's
Philly?
Eagles already have...
No, it's a 4:05.
Oh, it is? No, it's 8:20.
Why does this say 4:05?
What am I looking at here? I'm sorry. You're right. Why? I don't know why they listed it.
Oh, Dallas and San Francisco's to 8:20.
Yeah, they listed it. I don't know why they did that. That's weird. Yeah, you're right. And then the Monday night game is the Green Bay Packers at the Las Vegas Raiders. The Packers are 2-point favorites, and the Raiders are in a free-for-all, so I'm going to pick the Packers.
I'm also going to pick the Packers. And this is also the first week of buys. So this week we got Cleveland, the Chargers, Seahawks, and Tampa are all on buys in week 5. Nice. So.
And who do you have? So who's playing now? The Giants. I don't have them on here because they haven't finished yet.
Oh, you right.
Seahawks.
So the Giants are at Miami, 1:00.
Miami for me.
I'm also going to pick Miami. And all right, we did.
They're a bad team, and according to Jess's hot take, they're going to beat bad teams. So
and Seattle's on the bye.
Okay.
So yeah, that actually would hold up. I say that, and it's like Washington's got to play the NFC East, the AFC East rather. So it's like. It's going to be tough.
We'll see.
I'm talking a lot of shit about a lot of teams that we're going to have to fucking play.
Yeah, Zach Wilson. Zach Wilson's waiting for you.
Well, we were going to potentially try to go to that game because it's at New York.
Oh, okay.
Me and Cheese were going to try to go, but it was like it fell on one of like the 3 weekends we couldn't do. Christmas Eve.
Oh, shit.
So like, I think that one's out.
Wow, that's fine.
So, all right. So anyway, that's, the last one. I don't think we actually picked because I said wait, but my source didn't give me what I was looking for really, so I'm going Buffalo. You picked Jacksonville.
I'm gonna go Jacksonville. Yeah.
Did you?
Yeah, I'll pick Jags. I didn't say it officially, but I think I'll say it because they've been there for the whole week. Jags. Yeah, I like that. I like that pick. They've been chilling out in London. They're going to see Big Ben, and they're hyped up. They're waiting, and they're the away team, even though they've been there for a week. So yeah, go Jags. One thing I want to throw out before we depart is we're on all the podcast stations now. Yeah. Amazon Music, Spotify, wherever you can find your Apple Podcasts. I think the only thing we're not on right now is Google. I got to actually double check on that because it was like awaiting approval or whatever. But wherever else you can find us.
Yes, all the links will be in the description if you want to listen to just the audio and you don't want to look at us.
Rude.
And it's a little rude, but I also get it. There's sometimes where like I listen to podcasts on YouTube. I just don't watch them, but I listen on YouTube.
Yeah, I never thought of to do it, and then I started watching Hate That For Me on YouTube, and I was like, this actually isn't so bad. Yeah, right. So I was like, it's actually pretty good. Like the same thing. I wasn't really watching, but I had it on in the background. For whatever reason, it was like on my computer it was easier than my phone, which seems silly. But it just was. So I was like, oh, it's pretty good. But
I will say the quality, too, is like on the TV or a computer, bigger screen, the quality. You could definitely see the quality show up better for some reason. But, I mean, check out the audio version or you check out the video with the audio. We had a little bit of video issues this time. I think it's like an SD card thing. Gotcha. I'm ordering more, so we'll be okay.
All right. Right. Looking forward to it, and this will be up, tomorrow?
So every... new episodes every Tuesday. I'm aiming to have them up the latest by noonish. So
cool.
Every Tuesday. Like, comment, share, subscribe.
Go C's.
Go Celtics. And R.I.P. Tim Wakefield.
Oh, yeah. Oh, man.
Yeah, that hurt.
Knuckleball, man. That thing was a thing of beauty.
It was. That hurt.
R.I.P.